One of the things we do at One Rental at a Time is we talk to top agents in different areas of the countries. And on Tuesdays, we talk to the one and only Omar, who is in the high desert of California. Omar, do me a favor, remind people where the high desert is because we are going to talk about this market and its wild ride the last 5 weeks.
It's been crazy. Michael, welcome back. This is awesome. We're back in action. Yeah, my area here is Apple Valley, Victorville, Hesperia, Wrightwood, Lucerne, Barstow. On the way to the 15, on the way to Vegas on the 15 freeway, you will pass us. We're a good little community of about, I'd say 800,000 people, almost a million. I would say probably less than that 800K, but more or less. So the
Yeah.
market is definitely moving. It's different. There's been some slowdown. There's been some increases, and it's interesting right now.
Yeah, one of the reasons I love talking to you about the high desert is, and correct me if I'm wrong, but generally speaking, when you look at MSAs of California, it's one of the cheapest areas. Is that fair to say?
Yes, it is definitely fair to say because we are our median home price is so minimal
Yeah, it's
that
like 400 grand.
most people, yeah, less than 400K, most people can afford it,
Mm.
which is great. And it makes it easy for people to buy and to, move up, move down, depending
Yeah.
on where you're at. Yeah.
So when I left, I seem to recall inventory was building at the time, and I think we kind of topped out between 1,300 and 1,400. That's what correct me if I'm wrong, but more importantly, where are we today?
Well, check this out. With total in the high desert, that does include Phelan, Oak Hills, Barstow, Wrightwood, Apple Valley, Victorville, Hesperia. We're under 980 houses for sale. Um, even in this market, with interest
Wow.
rate, up a little bit,
Yeah.
we don't have enough inventory. And I feel this is my projection, and you can correct me or approve with me. If this stays where it's at with the amount of properties that aren't on the market, we're going to have multiple offers on all these properties come spring and summer. There is going to be a demand that we have not seen, I think, again, like we did in 2021, because inventory is going to get sub 700 because there's so many buyers that are ready and they're just pulling the trigger and they're saying, screw it, we're going to buy, not
Yeah,
wait.
it's
It's weird. It's a weird, and this is in my area. Maybe it's different in the bigger metropolitan
yeah.
areas, but right now, Michael,
No, we're
this is
we're
crazy
talking to
right
you. Yeah, no, we're talking about you and your area. And one of the things that people, I'm really starting to believe, and thankfully we called it early, is the housing market's broken. And
now.
there's really two sides. There's above and below the median, which we're going to get into in your market. But I want to pontificate a little bit because I'm shocked that you dropped, because you're talking 960 homes
Yep.
for a for an area that's roughly 800,000 people. That is wild to think about.
Wild.
So
Yes.
one of the things that we had talked about months ago was you had a lot of wish pricing. You had a lot of
Hmm.
properties kind of aging out. And
Yep.
I'm just going to guess that you saw expireds and cancellations or withdrawals or whatever the right flag is. You saw a lot of that pop off the last
A
45
lot.
days.
Yep.
So wish pricing's gone away. The people have said, you know what, we're not moving, we're staying put. So what appeared like an active listing, which never was, and I've said that these were not really homes that were available, right? They were listed at 550. They should have been 500, but they're not going to take a penny less than 550. So is that really a listing? Not really, but it
No.
counted.
Hmm.
But now it's
Hmm.
expired. It's come off the market. You're now seeing the natural for sale, which is 960. But I've asked you to pull up your MLS or your local MLS. I want to know four things. So
Hmm.
let's put in the median price of 400.
Okay.
Let's put in single family homes only.
Okay.
I want to know how many active listings you have below 400 grand.
Uh, 201,
Okay. So
and
how many do you?
that's 100K to 400K. Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
There's nothing under 100K.
sure. So can you do that same cert? Can you do that and say how many are pending? Pending, or I don't know what other flags there would be for under 400.
Yep. I'll tell you right now. So we got 199. So we have 218.
Okay. So you have
218.
218 pendings and only 201 active. Now, let's see how broken the housing market is. I'd like you to go back and do actives 400K and above, please.
Yep. I'm on it right now. Let's see. 400K and above.
Correct.
I'm just going to go to a mill because we really don't have a mill.
Okay.
Only a couple of places. All right. So 400K and above to $1 million. We got 534 properties for sale. 534 properties
man.
for sale. And this is the thing. This is only in 4 cities, not the whole high desert. This is only Wrightwood. This is Phelan. This is Apple Valley, Victorville, and Hesperia. Didn't count Lucerne. Didn't count Barstow. Didn't count, I mean, we can add Barstow, but there's not very many under or over 400.
It's okay. I want to make the search apples to apples. I don't want to mix stuff up. So my last question is, same search, instead of active, do pendings over 400K. And I'm just going to wild ass guess it and say it's under 300, but I have no idea. That's just a wild ass guess.
I'm doing it now. Come on. Come on, come on, come on.
The audience is waiting with bated breath.
Dude, seriously, come on. Oh my goodness, come on.
Okay, it's real time.
There it is. We are looking at 120.
Okay, so I want to repeat the numbers that I wrote down. So under 400 grand, single family home, 5 cities, 201 active. You have 218 pending. Above 400 grand, you have 534 active and only 120 pending. Folks, that is the definition of a broken housing market.
Dude, it's
first-time home buyers, no inventory.
Yeah.
You got first-time home buyers using FHA 3.5% down. They're getting mortgage rate buy downs. They're getting 2-1 buy downs. They are hungry. We saw, as I was gone, rates ticked under 6%. Freaking buyers in this market came flooding, but there's no freaking inventory. Flip the script.
This is crazy.
Move up buyers, luxury, dead as a doornail. Dead, dead, dead. So what does this mean? Well, if you're a flipper, you better be doing it below a 400 grand because you don't want to be playing above that.
No.
If you're a real estate agent, where do you want to focus? First-time home buyer. That's where the activity is. That's where the fastest check is. It's just, it's wild to think about. I did not think it would be that crazy. Again, 201 active, 218 pending below the median, 534 active, 120 pending above the median. That, folks, is a broken housing market. What are you seeing?
It's crazy. I mean, I not that I was looking at these numbers prior to, Michael, because you're in it, you're just figuring it out, you're trying to put deals together as well as a real estate professional. But when you start looking at it all like this, and it's like, okay, this is interesting, this is what we're faced with now. Obviously there's a lot of people that are not ready to buy. I mean, you can tell there's not very many people above. This is the crazier thing. 400 to like 600 is probably majority of the pendings.
Wow. So yeah,
and it's not going to be 800, 900K. There's
no. So again, there's 3 markets. There's entry level, sub 400. There's move up 4 to 6, and then there's what I call luxury 6 and above. Luxury is done. Don't invest. Don't flip. Don't do second homes. However, if you happen to be lucky enough to be shopping for a luxury property, you better be Patrick Bet David in writing some disrespectful offers. Just 100%. Disrespectful.
Big ones too.
Yeah.
Couple $100K under.
Yeah. I mean, again, I don't know your market at all, but I just want to give an example, right? If there was $1 million home and it was worth all of $1 million, 650, 699. Why not?
Yeah, 65, 70% of list price.
What's the worst they're going to say? No, right?
No. Yeah. have fun, because I'm looking at one right now, 285 days on the market for $799. You don't think that one's you know, available to drop to maybe, here you go, here's a $500,000 offer.
Yeah, I mean, so this is the key. That house, would you say 799?
799, 3,800 square feet, 5 bedroom, 5 bath.
So there's one of two things for that house. 285 days on market. One, it's wish pricing and they're happy staying, right?
Yeah.
So that will eventually expire. Maybe they signed a 1-year listing. Who knows? So that is an option. They won't take a penny less than $799. In that case, you hear from the agent, blah, blah, blah. It's not really a listing. Second,
Right.
285 days on market, there's some pain building. It's either one of those two.
Pain is building for sure.
Take your shot. Take your shot. Yeah. So
this is crazy.
You know, if you happen to be looking for luxury, good time. If you happen to be a flipper, don't you dare touch anything above 400. If you're an agent, I would go. If I was a real estate agent today in the high desert, I would skill up on FHA, 203K loans, conventional 5%. I would go feed that. Forget getting your picture on the cover of a magazine because you're standing in front of $1 million home. That is wasteful spending, wasteful marketing. Check your freaking ego. Go get the commission check with first-time home buyer homes. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, because there's a plethora of buyers that are ready. I mean, we just put, I think, 5 or 6 deals in escrow over the last week and a half, and it's cool on the buy side. You know, some this is crazy on the. Maybe we'll save it for the next video, but on where we're at with, you know, our flips and invest stuff, because I think a lot of people want to know.
Yeah, we'll do that next. Well, before we do that, folks, if you want to buy, sell, or join an amazing team in the high desert, Omar, how can they get a hold of you?
Guys, just follow me on IG at Invest with Omar, or go to omaralfaro.com.
Thank you, buddy.